welcome to Tracas of Crisia. Last time, you were preparing yourselves for your exam to become fully fledged trackers. During the night, you had a bit of a suspicious dream, we'll call it. Not quite sure what to make of it, but yep, you've woken up, you've started your exam, you've entered your exam area. So far, you've covered into this area covered in webs, and you are currently on the hunt for your prey. So, what would you like to do?
Well, we're currently awaiting with bated breath the results of our stealth check.
As we sneak towards where we thought it was coming from.
Yep. A result has happened. That's all I'll tell you.
I do not like the sound of that.
Consequences.
I hate it. I hate it.
No bueno.
So I'll remind you as well, like you were coming up to as you were sort of moving northwest, you were finding the concentration of webs was getting thicker, and even the consistency of the webs were getting thicker as well. So like they're harder, they're stronger. And you found these sort of sacks, these web sacks that are full of woodland critters. But yeah, I think the last time you left it off, you were trying to stealthily carry on going northwest.
Yeah.
Yep.
How long are you going to stealthily go northwest for? Are you going to just keep going into your ocean, or are you going to, like, assuming, say for example, you didn't find anything, would you just keep going?
Well, is it going to get more?
Our surroundings.
It's going to keep. So I will say now, as you keep going in that direction, the webs will start getting thicker, to the point it's going to get a little bit harder to move if you're trying not to touch these webs. But you will keep going. Are you still going to keep going in that sort of general area?
Yeah, we're sort of heading towards the thicker region.
Well, hang on, you guys, come on. If we get too into these dense webs, we aren't going to be able to fight the creature here. Because we'll be swinging against webs and getting our weapons stuck against them, which I don't think is going to be a good idea.
See, mi amigo, you're right. What do you suggest?
We could pick a place nearby and set up shop and try and lure it to us. I mean, across a lot of us, aside from myself, obviously, but we can even take some of the poor creatures that have been caught in its own web and try and make bait, and even hit on a web or two and see if it'll aggro itself to us.
Plenty of bait around. Agata looks at Seb.
We can certainly bait. Wait, why are you looking at me?
It just seems that you are the most...
The most what?
Helpless.
Nimble boy.
Charming. The spider will find you extremely charming and definitely would want to... eat you.
An acquired taste. An exotic flavor that it might not have had a chance to perceive before.
Mi amigos, this is an interesting plan, of course, and I am not saying absolutely no, but...
so let's go.
Like you're into it.
Fine, if this is the only way, just promise someone takes my body back, so I am brought back to life.
Oh, that wouldn't be an issue. But we'll be bringing you back alive, obviously.
That would be preferred, yes.
Or bringing you
There's
back.
a long way to the door.
Rug, my friend, mi amigo. You would not leave me behind, would you?
Absolutely not.
Certainly wouldn't leave you in the afterlife.
As one of the founding members of our group, you have pride of place, I mean, sure, you're gonna be able to be returned, and or revived, and or anything else that may or may not happen.
Put a hand on, I don't know, at this stage, probably Astra's like forearm. Gracias, mi amigo. Gracias.
So what's the plan?
Sounds like it's settled.
I am going to look at my spells. Just for a second. Oh, maybe okay. Maybe I can do something. It'll be fine.
Something what? You like to escape, you mean?
Just something.
We'll protect you.
Yeah.
I like how we've chosen our squishiest member.
The most
Sebastian's got a
tantalizing.
mighty 8 HP.
Yeah.
We wouldn't ask anyone else. What's the point of putting the most tankiest person there? That doesn't make any logical sense.
Mm-mm.
Why would you do that? What clever idea would that be? Why would
Come
this
on,
small
give it something
person...
that has a chance to get.
Yeah, why would this small person get as many tanky people around them just to be the one put up for bait? Yeah, why would he do
Well,
that?
we'll be right there next to you. Just be the one that's just more in the web to set it off.
See, an excellent plan, of course. It is genius. I love it.
I'll be right there with you. I'll be right by your side. It's not gonna pay attention to me because I'm not juicy like you are.
All
I
its
don't know how I feel
small
about
boy.
that comment.
And look, maybe when Ree starts coming out and it sees a lot more meat on the bone, so to speak, they'll most likely come after us and it'll completely forget about you, don't worry.
I am starting to feel insulted in multiple ways now. Let's just go.
Why would you be insult?
You have a starring role in our plan, Sebastian. You should be into
Oh,
this
that's-
kind of thing.
Thordas, you are a man of many talents. Thank you. And Agata, I love the limelight, but it's more of a risque performance than I am used to.
Star and
A
roll.
little danger will be good for you.
See,
Set
I'm
the
sure
stage,
it will.
boy.
He's persuaded.
Mm-hmm.
So the plan is we put you not in the web, but close to the web.
Yeah, so I
or
guess
are we sticking you to one of the webs.
We can find a clearing ish that at least is enough for us to be able to.
That's adjacent to the heavier concentration. of
Yeah,
webs. So we
it's
want to
like-
be as close to this thing as possible,
That's-
where it is still safe for us to fight.
Yeah, something that's still close to the denseness that we're able to at least swing a sword or two around. So we're not actually. It's not as difficult terrain.
And what we get Hrugguhl up in the trees, and then the other three of us hide behind something, or would you rather stay at range, Astra?
I'm fine with being up close. To be fair,
I like you up close because you got the poison resistance.
yeah, I'm fine with being up close.
So
Hrugguhl will want to be able to move, so I think he'll stay on the ground, but slightly more of a distance.
yeah,
Just get
sounds
me in
good.
its face.
And then
That's
we can
all I need to be.
we could just
Just
whack
get
at
me
the
in its face.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
and we could just like whack at the webs to try and
Mhm.
so like
Yeah.
act as if something's been stuck.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to just whack one web, or do we want to whack multiple? Because I wonder if we don't know how
Multiple
intelligent it
would
is.
make sense if I was running for my life in the woods.
Multiple and then one repeatedly, like you've been trapped in it. Because I feel like if we keep on whacking multiple, if it's intelligent, then maybe it will know that we're setting it up. You know, we
I
don't
think
actually
you
know that much
whack
about
a
the thing.
multiple on a path, and then wherever our destination is, that is where I will be holding onto a web.
And struggling convincingly.
Yes, I'm sure I can perform that kind of acting.
Great.
What I'll
Actually, I do have advantage to end the poison condition or avoid it. So
do-
perhaps I am the right one for this.
You should be our front line anyway, then.
Okay, I'll just hang back. That Sebastian. handle it.
Thordas, do not leave me.
Right, what I'll do to make this easier, I will bring you to this map.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
So you can set up your plan. So obviously, as you can tell, those are webs, obviously.
Mhm.
So you are free to, this is probably the decent enough clearing you're going to get. Because remember, it is a fairly dense-ish forest.
And an hour
This
to
is
do all
nighttime,
this
by
as
the way.
well. That's mad.
hmm
Production value.
So it's up to you to decide how you're going to do it.
Okay. So where's our best spot for actually fighting it? We're looking at how do we mark the map?
Hold click.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I was sort of thinking that area.
Here,
It's definitely sort of
here. One of
this
those. and then-
area.
Somewhere where the webs will not impede us, but also will not. We want enough webs so that even they themselves are kind of trapped in our position.
I like here best.
We just sort of need an
Yeah, I think-
area so that we can have a good lookout point.
Yeah, I think if we trap Sebastian in this web, then the rest of us can post up like around here and here.
Hmm.
Use
Well,
the
equally,
trees
I
as
could
cover.
run through these webs here
Yeah. That's a good concentration. Run through
and
all
then
those.
land
Yeah,
on this
yeah.
one.
I like that. Yeah.
I may need a bigger blade than my knife to cut through these webs, though.
I will say, obviously, these things are thick. Like, these are almost rope thick.
They
You obviously haven't tried cutting them yet, so you don't actually
cut
know
one.
how easy it
I
is
cut
going
one
to
I
be to
didn't
cut.
have to roll.
Yeah,
That was
one
earlier on.
before you didn't have to roll because you were really far. But here,
Oh, they're
Like-
thick. The webs are stronger physically.
yeah, but you could
Okay.
probably surmise that they are stronger. You don't know how much. But let's just say they have HP. I'll put it there. There you go. Though you don't know how much, but they have
I'm just
HP.
going to look at the size of the web and just be like, mi amigos, I cannot rip one of these.
I don't know. Let's give it a go. And wait, we need to let's actually set up a little bit before we actually.
See.
Okay.
Just stating.
Let's make sure we can actually in a place rather than actually risk cutting one of these and triggering our trap too prematurely.
See, and I suggest that I am here as bait.
Yeah, I'll be right there next to you.
Am I going to have to do an acrobatics check or anything to get through these webs now?
We'll
Or
need
is
to
it
do a dex save.
to go through them?
Because it's going to try and... Well,
What are they like?
I'll let you do,
strands?
I'll let you do
of-
acrobatics. Yeah, we could do acrobatics. Sure.
I mean, could you not like go down through this tiny hole bit here and sort of sneak your way around them and look, rather than going through?
It'd be quite tricky because they're kind of coming off the tree trunk, but it'd take you some time, but you could.
I'm
We've
assuming
got
like these are
time.
more like
You've got time.
cobweb
can
stretches.
go-
You've got time. So
You
I
can
can
go down
I can-
here and then up, like.
Just to
Well,
look
if
at
you
my...
tell me what you're going to try and do, and I'll just add that much time to your clock.
Yeah,
basically.
I would attempt to sneak round the webs initially so that I don't have to walk through or duck under or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That would be my
We'll
initial
take an hour.
attempt.
Like,
Yeah.
that's probably the fairest. We'll take
Yeah.
we'll take the
Yeah,
best
I
part
was
of an
thinking
hour to
anyway. Yeah.
prep ourselves.
Yeah.
Within
So,
that,
yeah, just-
Astra will basically, in 10-minute intervals, will keep
Mhm.
keep the lights on, as it
Yeah.
were.
See if anything's up to snuff.
Make sure that anything's up to snap. To see if anything's like sneaking up or anything that's within the hour is gonna like, oh, it's here now. I know. Gadzooks.
Yeah, oops.
So okay, so we've got. So you're going to be. So you're there. Is it? So how is everyone else going to be? So if Sebastian's going to be here, I'm guessing.
Well, Sebastian's probably going to be there, but I'm not moving there until I'm...
No, that's fine. So then, where are the rest of you going to be?
I'll be next to Sebastian.
In the open or hidden into a tree, or
In the
how are you going to? In the open.
Hrugguhl's going to be in this bush bit round where he is.
The bush here.
Thordas is going to just try to find the thickest like tree trunk and then try and hide behind it.
Yeah. Similarly, Agata gonna stand in a bush.
In the same one.
Let's stand in different bushes. I'll take this one over.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a good bush.
I would like to take different bushes.
Okay, dokie.
Different bushes,
Fine.
DM?
Look, there's many bushes like this, but this one's mine.
Okay. So yeah, I'll say I'll add an hour to your thing for that to sort of get in place. Okay. So, how are you gonna trigger?
So the rest of us are stealthing in place, and then Sebastian goes for it.
How
Hit it.
big is the how tall does this web go? Is it kind of like a net of cobwebs across, or is it like a singular strand, or
These ones are singular strands, but they're thick strands. So this one you can almost imagine is going sort of diagonal.
okay, then I will.
So the low, this is the high part on this end, and this is the
I,
low
I
part.
have to
on
ask
this
this
end.
question because I'm small. Can I reach it from
Yeah,
a
because
standing
it'll be
position?
reaching all the way to the ground, you know, to the bottom
Maybe-
end of that. So there'll be a point where you can reach it easily.
Stop poking it with a stick or something rather than using
Well,
your hand.
I was
going
gonna
to
say
get stuck to it.
I have a couple of daggers. And to be honest, I'm not particularly good with them. So I'm just going to take one dagger. Is everybody ready?
I
Yes.
have my axe out ready.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to swing against the web with my dagger, but I'm going to hold on to it as if I'm stuck there too.
So you're not trying to necessarily cut it. You're just trying.
I'm
to,
not trying to cut it. I'm just
Like a
trying to
flat
get.
blade.
I'm trying to get my
The flat of the
I'm
blade.
trying to get my dagger stuck there, and I'm
Mhm.
trying to hold on to it in a way that kind of makes it look like my hand is also stuck.
Okay, and you're going to be struggling, I assume.
And I will be doing the best performance of struggling that I possibly can.
Okay.
I can give you a helpful subroutine, and I can also pretend to be your help as well. So like, Sebastian, no, what are you doing? Get out of there!
Let me go. I am stuck.
That's awful. No, how could you?
Do you want to roll? Do you want to roll performance then? See how well you
Well,
do this.
I can either roll performance or I can roll deception. Your choice. the
Whichever
same
is higher
roll.
for you, I'll take either.
With advantage?
How are
the
you?
hell?
You're jiggling him about.
Oh,
are you?
we're adding to
Yeah, you're
the
doing that.
like to the
Yeah,
danger.
they-
like,
yeah,
oh my,
yeah,
like
yeah,
Sebastian,
if
no,
you're-
how
if you're
could
like-
you
If
get
you-
out
yeah,
of
if you're
there?
like- Well, if
The
you're
two
like,
man
yeah,
straight
yeah,
out.
sure, I'll give you advantage.
Nat 20.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Fantastic. Okay. All right.
I do not want to die like this.
I'm gonna,
Astra,
I'm gonna,
please.
For a second,
Sebastian, I
Thordas
won't
is like,
leave
oh,
you.
no,
Yeah,
he's trying
single-
to restart. Guys, he's trying to restart.
Single tear rolls down Agata's cheek.
Right. So, I think yeah, and I'm gonna take it that your thing is active as well.
Yes, yes, yes. yes.
So, you will. What is the distance of your
30
foot
feet.
from you? You do feel a ping about here, and it's a big one. It's obviously much bigger than.
A medium-sized ping.
Yeah, it's a medium-sized ping from over there. What I'll do is.
Oh no! It's coming from over there! Over there! No! Sebastian,
With
get
that-
out of
with
there!
With that roll, you'll hear it quite easily coming through because its stealth was terrible. It's crawling up the tree, so you can hear it as well. So you can hear it. You won't see it, but you can hear it here at the moment. I'll let you do anything that you want to do while it's here. But obviously, you know its exact location. Everyone else can hear it coming.
I'm pointing in that direction
there.
as well. Like,
If it's,
Yeah.
Sebastian,
You
get
know
out of
it's
there! It's
coming
over
from
there! It's coming! It's coming at you! No!
I think I'll take the opportunity to join these guys on the front line.
I was gonna hold my nerve for just like a split second more, but as in the minute I see it now looking in that direction, that's when I'm gonna drop and dash or run my movement as quickly as possible to over here.
In that case, when I see Sebastian move, I will also move to replace him, basically.
So it's getting closer. So if you want to move you guys around. So what? You're what here, and
Yeah,
you're here.
swap positions.
I'll be
Does any of the rest of
literally
us see
here
it?
towards the other one.
Oops, wrong one.
But the minute I see it, So, like
So
a
the
held
minute you
action.
see it, you're going to move.
Yeah, yeah. It held action. I'm looking in the direction it's coming. When I see it, then I'll run.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Oh dear.
Prepare a
Okay.
whack.
What I'm
I'm
going to
committed.
do. What I'm going to do. I want you to roll a. Huh. Let's do this as an initiative check. I'm going to try something. Basically, the reason I'm doing it is because it prepared an action till when it saw you, and it's basically going to happen at the same time. So whoever's
God.
initiative is higher, initiative check is higher,
Oh.
theirs is going to trigger first. I'm going to do it that way.
Can I also?
I know.
Yeah.
Which I need to roll its dice.
I can't give bardic inspiration to myself.
Sure you can. You got a helpful subroutine.
What does a helpful subroutine do?
It's
You
guidance.
can do that on initiative.
Oh, good. Okay. That's good to know. I'm going to need that. Hold
Yeah,
on,
when we know it's
helpful
coming, I
subroutine.
can touch you. Because I don't need it anymore while we know it's coming.
Helpful
Guys, like
subroutine.
initiative.
No, it's not initiative. It's just an
This is
initiative check.
this is more like a
Showing something.
dex save.
More like a dex check, but I'm letting you add your any bonuses to initiative you potentially have.
Okay. So that is a
It's a speed check.
yeah. Hold on. Oh wait, yeah. Do I add my initiative and my dex is the same? So that is 17.
So, you see it. It sees you. Before you can move, it shoots a concentrated web, like an actual cobweb, at you. Can you? You are now. Actually, no. It happens automatically. You are now restrained.
Well, quick
Straight up
question: does the
restrained.
roll he just did be considered an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw?
I mean, it's an action, but it's.
No.
It's-
The
it's
roll
technically-
he just did to see me first, speed-wise. Would that
No,
be
that's
considered
just.
an attack
Well,
roll,
it's a
ability check, or
D20
saving
check,
throw?
right? It's a D20 test.
It's an ability check.
So-
Okay.
Ability check.
So
So I
ability check.
can't cast silvery barbs. Basically, what I'm checking.
Not for that, but you can on the web.
Okay.
So, alright.
No, you.
Oh well, is the
held
web an
ac- held
attack
action
roll?
is reaction.
So the weapon is an attack, but it rolled in at 20, so that's why it got you. So, if you're going to use silvery barbs, you can. It would obviously get disadvantage.
Okay.
So
Brilliant.
it
So
will
I-
count, and because you can see it,
yeah, I'm gonna cast silvery barbs on it, and I will look at Astra and go, and let its misfortune guide you. And you just feel like this emboldening as I don't know what this thing looks like yet, but as the aura of it kind of suddenly gets this like spectral purple glow, and some of that just shoots over to me, and kind of a bit like how Zuko does like a lightning redirect, just bring it across and throw it into you, and suddenly you are glowing with this gentle purple aura.
okay. So, I've rolled with disadvantage again, so because of the thing, but it still hits you. So you are now restrained. So now that this has happened, you can all quite clearly see this creature. I'm going to send it to you on the actual token in Discord, so you can see this thing in its glory.
Oh,
That ain't no fucking spider.
So
is
yeah.
that a lobster? Like a hybrid.
It's
So-
like a
Spider
it's like
crab.
a crab spider thing.
Crab
Right,
spider
crab.
thing.
Is
That's
that a
corruption for
brain?
you.
Is that a brain within that thing?
It is a brain within that thing. Yes,
Oh,
it is.
Oh
You obviously don't know
god.
what the thing around it is. Is. But
That is not.
obviously now you see it. Initiative has officially started. Right, Agata.
5.
5. Astra.
18.
Sebastian.
12.
Hrugguhl.
14.
Thordas.
11.
Cool.
The question is, does anyone want to switch? Because I have the alert feed. If not, then I can stay where I am.
I don't think there's any point in me switching with you.
Yeah.
we serve a similar purpose, and I can heal, so it's better for me to be lower.
Because I could try and get
Is this-
Sebastian out of the.
Is this
red.
switch position?
It
In
basically
initiative
gives.
order.
I take your initiative, and then you take my initiative.
Okay.
But if no one wants to switch at the moment, that's perfectly fine.
You sticking?
Yeah, I'm
Can
fine.
you use it at any time, or do you only
Only,
get
I
to
would
use it
imagine at the start, right?
Only at the start of the initiative, yeah.
Would you get again? Sorry. Your full initiative.
11.
Yeah, we can swap. You can swap, actually. Yeah, I'll take the swap.
Okay.
Because
so
I
after
had an 18, so that's.
Yeah.
I imagine
Yeah.
that would put me first.
Yeah, it would have done. So I will swap that over. So we do. Right. Okay. So combat has started. Thordas, you are first.
Okay.
Now, bearing in mind it is in a tree, so it is up a tree, so it is about a good 20 feet in the air.
That is fine. As a bonus action, I am going to enter rage. So
Yep.
Thordas's muscles just get extremely tense.
Yeah.
As he will then run. He'll basically try and run to Sebastian, and I'm gonna try and grapple him to get him out of the rim.
Excellent. Okay, can you do a strength check for me?
Sure thing.
Gracias, mi amigo.
Which is
I knew
probably a
you
good
would not
person
let
to be
me.
doing. Good person to
die.
be doing it.
15.
Excellent. You do break his web.
I was this close to just being like, I'm gonna give him Bardic Inspiration first. Hold on.
Women
Like-
have advantage, I'm pissed. And then, so I use 510, and then, still holding on to Sebastian, I'm going to move him back with half movement, so basically he can be there. So he's now out of the way,
Okay. Cool.
and that is my turn.
Fantastic. Hrugguhl, you're next.
Okay. Hrugguhl is going to move to here. His orange eyes are going to focus up at the creature and lock onto it as I cast Hunter's Mark. I'll draw my bow and loose a shot from my longbow.
Okay. Okay? It's fine. Roll to hit.
13 to hit.
That's a hit.
That's a hit, good. I do.
This is where you deal like the ridiculous amount of damage and he's already bloodied.
I'm rolling pretty low. I roll pretty low. 7
7.
piercing.
Okay.
And
Makes
I am then, I'll move with the remainder of my movement. I'm going to move down towards here, so that trying to sort of place branches between me and the creature.
Okay. Sebastian's next.
I turn to Thordas and say, Mi amigo, a loyal friend, strong, powerful, and loyalty. You have the grace of a wolf, and I believe you deserve some of its power. And as I speak those words, running from out of absolutely nowhere over my shoulder, a wolf sprinting over to you in spectral form runs across your shoulders, and as it plants itself onto the top of your head for a moment, just reaches up into a howl, and you have a Bardic Inspiration, so that's a D6, and then I am going to look at the creature. I'm going to... I know he's 20 feet up, but I should still be alright from this distance. Yeah, that's fine. I look at him and say, I am sorry about your mother. Obviously, she died when she looked upon your face. And I cast Vicious Mockery.
Oh.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that's a
Oh,
15 Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. Right. What's his wisdom?
Hoping it's not wise.
It's got over a 17. Dual
Oh,
spell
blast.
save.
It passes because my spell save is 15. That is everything I can do. All I will do is just gently move a little bit further away.
That's going to be a solid Sebastian tactic. Just move a little bit away.
just gonna come back a little bit.
At the end of your turn, it's going to shoot a web. Great. Hrugguhl. Can you roll? Now you've been hit by this web when you can. Can you roll a dex save, Hrugguhl?
14.
You're fine. Okay. You manage to sort of get out the way of it before it touches you, but it is obviously still there. Okay, and Astra.
Cool. Astra will back up just a little bit. Just there. And then we'll lash out its cool whip and try and whip up the old spider boy with Thorn Whip.
Don't forget you have advantage.
I know.
Oh, you gave silvery barbs to. Okay.
Oh yeah. The purpley barbs, apparently. So that is a 19 total.
To hit.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
And so I roll my damage, and I can pull it 10 feet closer to me because I hit it, because it's a medium creature. It's just
Yes. Alright. So what's the damage? Let's do that bit first.
5 piercing, I want to say. Yeah. 5 piercing.
Good. So 5.
Yeah.
So obviously you put it towards you. But what it's gonna do is obviously it's gonna end up landing as a result. So
Full
it's gonna be
damage.
Not really, because it's gonna fall like an extra 10 feet, which isn't really gonna
You said it was 20
do
feet up.
anything. It is, but you've pulled it 10 feet towards you, so it's diagonally down because you're on the floor. So you've closed some
Is
of
that
the
not
falling
part of
gap.
its falling?
I've triggered.
If you're being pulled down towards the ground, is that not like falling but quicker?
Yeah, I've
Pretty-
destabilized its descent, so
Okay, fine. I'll
You
roll
could
it.
at least give us prone. Come on.
I'll roll it some damage. Sure. Why not?
Would.
I'll roll it some damage.
And it lands prone.
No. Is it prone? No.
At least that's how it did in the
old.
old rules.
No, it does,
Sure.
that's not how this one. No, it's not going to prone. These ones don't do that. Okay,
It's just gonna break its knees. It's fine.
it lands. All right. It's got very
super
strong.
relaxed.
It's got very strong legs if it's piercing trees, as it walks.
True.
it's got big
Sure.
knees.
Yeah. Right. So it's its turn now. As you sort of took it out of its tree, it's gonna come attack you, Astra. Does a 13 hit?
Nope.
No? Okay, it's gonna. My rolls, man. So basically, it tries to bite you, but it just like hits metal, and it just can't. It doesn't do it. It just clinks. But it tries to claw you, but you manage to sort of dodge.
Bash it away
out
with
of
the
the way.
shield.
Yeah. So its turns are wasted because I'm rolling for him.
You'd love to see it.
Oh yeah. Agata, we're on you.
Okay, I'll come bursting out of the bush, blasting towards it. We don't know its AC yet, do we?
No,
I will attack
Are you
it.
paying
with my
attention?
longsword.
we've not failed.
Probably a miss. That's a 9.
That's a miss.
I'll try to get its attention. Though it's not too much of an issue if it bites you. I'll heckle it. I scream in its face. Yell at it. React?
Okay. No.
That's my turn.
It probably just thinks you're. Well, yeah. It doesn't seem to react to whatever it is you're. Hurling at it. Right, we're back to the top of the round. So it's Thordas.
Thordas is going to step in, and as a bonus action, I am going to aim for its sort of claws, its sort of arms area.
The actual claws. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll. So you're gonna use your bonus to aim.
Yep, bonus to aim, then
Yep,
action
go
to
for it.
attack.
Go for it.
18.
That's a hit. So just roll damage.
16. Slashing.
Great, powering through this thing. Hrugguhl. Oh, actually, no.
Are the holes?
Wait. Sorry, wait. I want to do something. So as you hit it, one of the squishy little orbs on its back sort of detaches and attaches itself to you.
Oh.
Yes. It doesn't feel great, it being on you. But you try to like shake it, it doesn't come off. It feels like you're gonna have to do a little bit more than just shake to get this thing off.
Do you describe the orb?
It's like a blue. It's like almost like a blue squishy orb. So it's almost like what are they called?
Blue and squishy, like it's got liquid inside it. Is it hairy?
Kind of. Yeah, kind of.
Like a
yeah,
jellyfish?
So it's
Like
yeah,
a,
kind of. It's like, I'm trying to think of
ball
that. There's like
cups.
little balls that you can get that are like
like boba.
they're kind of, but obviously a lot harder, and a lot bigger. So they're obviously quite large.
Orbeez or whatever they are.
They're kind of like about this big.
Oh, Jesus.
They're squishy, so like they
Stress balls?
they
I know.
wobble around, but they won't
I know
break.
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Um,
Jelly balls.
so kind of,
Lovely.
yeah. So that's attached to you, basically. It's attached to your skin.
Mhm.
What it does, you have to find out later. That was its reaction to do that. So, yeah, Hrugguhl.
Are the holes in the web big enough that you could like throw a dagger through it?
Well, holes where? Sorry.
In the web, if I, in
It's
this,
a line.
with these webbing strips, could I throw something through? Could I throw a dagger through the line, or
Yeah,
is
because
it,
it's just a line,
like a really
right? So
dense?
you just like go and
Oh, it's just a
around.
line.
It's just a line.
Oh,
It just
okay.
shot a direct web, right? Spider-Man just shot a direct web at
It's
you.
a thick line. It's a thick boy
Sure.
line.
Thick.
but-
It's thick, but yeah.
So Hrugguhl's going to move up to round to here, stow his bow, and launch 2 daggers towards the 2 throwing daggers towards the creature. The first is going to be a nat 1 to hit, and the second is going to be a 17, which will hit.
17 hits. For the nat 1, it basically, it'll just completely whiff past him and go sort of over there somewhere. Basically, it just goes
Yeah.
off into the distance, so you're gonna have to try and find that at some point. So 17 hits, so roll the damage for that.
That is 9 damage. And as the dagger lands into its body, I yell in Goblin, "Stay still," as vines shoot out of the dagger, and I attempt an ensnaring strike on the creature.
Okay, so does it have to roll something?
That's a strength save 14, otherwise it's restrained, as the vines try to entrap it.
Yeah, it beats that.
Fair enough.
But it is considered bloodied now. I've got it into a bloodied state. Sebastian.
I kind of want to take a moment to analyze the orbs on its back.
If you want.
Can I try to figure out what they are? They kind of, in my head, they're egg sacs.
Go ahead, roll nature
Of course, something I'm really good at.
or perception. But you probably won't get as much detail out of that. So nature will give you more info.
I actually have more on nature. I'll do nature.
Fair enough.
14?
So rather than necessarily eggs, you can probably determine that they are poison sacs. The thing inside them is most likely poison. So whether that's... No, I won't give you any more than that. They're poison sacs.
They look like poison sacs. And the red one
Seems to be holding its brain.
seems to be holding its brain.
It doesn't move like when it moves around the brain. It just kind of stays in place.
I think we should probably aim for the brain and the red sack on top, everybody. But just a point, okay?
Was that my action or my bonus
No,
action?
no, that was your action.
That was my action.
Do an actual.
Okay, so as a bonus action, who's next? Is it Astra?
Yes, Astra's after you.
Astra, with the precision of an eagle, swoop down and take your prey.
A small green spectral eagle just swoops down and lands on his shoulder.
What does that even mean?
Aim for the head. Aim for the brain
The
and the
druid
sack.
is confused. If the druid is confused by what your nature talk is, then I think you've got an issue.
Work on your animals.
Yeah.
I didn't say he was knowledgeable about animals. He likes stories, you know.
Making it up as he goes along.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, yeah. Alright. You gonna move or do anything else?
I can't really move a little bit back. I might.
Not
I'll
really,
get
no.
behind Thordas
Move there.
actually.
Yeah, that's about as close as you. That's about as far back as you can probably get without.
Line of sight. I'll get behind Thordas. About far. Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Alright. Astra, then your turn.
Let's give it a go, shall we? We'll take a bonk, an aimed bonk on its head, on its brain with the quarterstaff.
Cool. Go for it.
If it
So
fails,
you've used your bonus. If it fails and nothing happens, it basically
no.
don't
So
get the AC.
no, with the bardic
If
inspiration,
it fails,
if
you
it
can
fails,
you can add the d6.
I add the
Yeah.
d6.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it doesn't fail, you don't have to add the
Yeah,
d6.
so it's
That's fine.
yeah.
It's after whether it's a successful.
Yes, it's always the pain. Okay. So that's a strength. That is a 12. Should I assume
That's
fails?
a fail.
Let's see what 6 adds. That's a 5, so that's 17.
Okay. So you just like, what you doing? What you hitting it with?
That's quarterstaff.
Okay. You basically just like, wing off of it. You don't damage it.
Oh.
Just sort of bounces off. Didn't quite, hit the way you probably needed it to hit. Didn't meet the AC. Alright, I think that was... So it's its turn again. Right, after failing to hit you, it's going to... Who's it gonna go for? Let's go for Thordas. Why not? Okay, let's give this a go. That is a 23 to hit.
Hits.
Right. So you take 7 piercing and 6 poison damage. So
Okay.
11. Wait.
As a
7.
reaction, I am going to Stone's Endurance it.
So that's 11 damage it would have been.
So plus 4, that's 9. So take away 9 from 11. That's what?
3? 2.
3.
2. Sorry, 2. I can't do maths. 2.
And then I half it as well because I'm raging.
You wouldn't half the... This is tricky actually because you don't half the poison.
No.
So I don't know which...
So
This
should
is
we just say
technically-
2?
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
happy
just
with
say,
2.
we'll just say 2. Can you do a con save, please?
So, yep. 24.
You can feel that the poison tries to sort of seep into you, but it's not effective enough to
Light
do
work.
anything.
Light work.
Yeah, and then it will try to go for you with one of its claws, which definitely doesn't hit because that was like 8 to hit. What it's going to try and then do, it's going to shoot at the end of its turn. It's going to shoot a web back that way. Okay, and that's its turn. So, Agata.
Cool. You don't need healing, so it sounds like I should bash its brains.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. So you're going to aim for the brain, yeah?
Yes, please. 9. It's not a miss. That's my turn then.
Okay. Back to top of the round. Thordas.
Alright. I'll see to follow instructions. I'm going to aim for the brain.
Okay, what I'm going to do for you first. You take 4 poison damage from that bubble, the orb that's on you.
Okie dokie. Then yeah, okay, let's go for it.
You're going to
Don't
hit it
forget
again.
you've got a bardic inspiration.
I am definitely going to be needing it, because that is so far an 11 plus the d6.
It's the powerful.
13.
Is you aiming for him just normally, yeah?
Oh
Brain.
no, I was aiming for the head.
You're aiming for the brain.
Yeah,
Okay.
brain.
Doesn't work.
That's fine.
What it's going to do, another orb is going to attach itself to you.
Lovely. And that's my turn, yeah.
Hrugguhl.
The web that it shot out, what's it do? Is it still like tethered to it?
No, it's like fallen to the floor.
Okay.
Its end has fallen
Sure.
to the floor and it's attached to itself to the floor.
Assuming I can sort of duck under this, so you can see that would have been 20 foot above. Hrugguhl's going to move to here, draw out his short sword, eyes focus back on him as I cast Hunter's Mark again. I'll do a swing at the. I mutter under my breath, why do I listen to the boy? And I'm going to go for the brain with the short sword.
So you're going to get up close to him then.
So because of my long limbs, I have reach, so I'm going to be
Oh, wow.
at that distance.
So you can be 10 feet away and still hit. That's some
Yeah.
long-ass arms. Alright, fine.
That's a long ass limb.
Lanky.
Long, yeah.
Lanky.
It's like Go Go
Right,
Gadget.
then.
It's like Inspector
Yeah.
Gadget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Dowsim from 3-5.
Yeah.
Alright, roll to hit.
So my short sword is 21 to hit.
Ooh,
Going
That
for
is-
it.
that is a hit on the brain.
Nice.
Good job, good job, good job.
Roll to hit.
Thank you. I do 14 damage.
14! Okay, 14.
Rolled better that time.
That seriously hurt. You think that hit like a ridiculous amount more than you should have would normally have done. That hurt. That really hurt. This thing is on last legs. Literally, like you beat it with an inch of its life from that hit. Definitely.
And
Sebastian's in the back going, see.
That was good. Good hit,
And-
Sebastian.
with my
Sorry.
nick attack with my dagger, I'm going to go for one of the legs.
guess.
But yeah, so I just go for generally with the dagger, but I get a nat 20 on the dagger hit.
Roll damage. Just roll the damage. So it's on 2d4.
Yeah. 6.
Alright.
Reading that now.
Hrugguhl. Okay, Sebastian. Can you get killing blow? You never know.
Sebastian's not even going to try. If I go up to Thordas,
Mhm.
can I rip one of these sacks off his body?
You can certainly try.
I've got a dagger, so I can attempt like piercing it or whatever else. But
Okay. Is that how you're doing it? You're going to pierce it?
well, I wouldn't try to pierce it because I know they're poison sacs.
Yeah. Right.
So I would try to peel it off, but I would try to like, kind of shave him on the way. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Gently.
If you dedicate your action.
Yeah, I'll be dedicating my action to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So you manage to remove one of them. with
Okay,
that
when I
action.
remove it, can I just throw it down near the creature?
Sure.
Does it burst?
No. Is there anything? So you would have come over to here. Anything else?
Do I use another? My final bardic inspiration? Yeah, I feel like I should hold on to it just for one more round. Okay, I'm just gonna back up a bit.
Okay. Right then. And Astra.
Cool. I'll try and bonk it normally.
Okay, normally. Okay.
Just the normal, the quarter stuff.
Long bonk.
That's a nat 20. Oh my god.
Damn, should have been a named bonk.
Yeah.
Let's not play with those kind of games. So it's
What's
double.
the minimum? What's the minimum you can deal?
It's 1d6 plus 2, so be 3 plus whatever. It's just the normal double the amount of dice. Okay.
Yeah.
So then it'll be 4, I guess, is the minimum.
Okay.
Just the 2d6 plus 2.
How do you want to do this?
Ooh. it's a bonk that's just, it's a bonk its head and cave it in. Yeah.
Nice. Excellent. Yeah, you have slain your quarry. Congratulations. Dead. There we go. Dead.
Dead.
I like
I
how
would
that
like
came
to.
up.
I would. Yeah, it's called that. I would like to remind you that you have to deliver proof of your win.
Let me drag that fucker.
You want
Okay.
to take the whole thing?
Why not? As I just grab, am I able to grab the other thing off me and just rip
Yeah,
You
it?
take 2 poison damage, Thordas.
You
Okay.
sack those sacks.
Yeah, let's try and get those off. Can we get the rest off?
I
Yeah.
only have one left on me, thanks to Sebastian.
Who's taking? Is someone going to take it off?
Yeah. Oh, Astra will try. Or Sebastian. will-
As long
I
as you're
found the
making,
dagger very useful.
as you're out of combat, as long as you're making like a reasonable effort to do it, that's fine. It literally only takes an action to take it off, so that's fine. You take
Pop
that
the
off.
sucker off. I'll cure wounds you as well, because
I was gonna.
Does anything
Sebastian,
happen
you
to the
whip and
sacks
pull
left on the
from it.
creature's back, or are they all just still there?
They're still there.
I'll wipe it. We'll wipe down the area, and I'll cure wounds you.
Can I just look at the brain sack?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's 14
Does it
healing.
feel like? Does it look like the other sacks? Does it look like it could come off?
No. Basically, if you're gonna, if you inspect this for long enough, which I assume you're going to while they're doing all that business,
Yep.
you'll find that it, unlike the other ones which are like spherical,
Mm.
this is more that it's an encasement.
hmm
It's like encased in this, so it's like a dome.
Yeah. Okay.
So it won't. I mean, you could take obviously you could with reasonable effort take the dome off to expose the brain. Yeah, it's not like an orb like the rest of them.
and the brain. I mean, I don't know the difference between brains, so I have no idea. But just like it looks like a regular brain, right? It doesn't look like it's
Yeah.
got arms and legs and it's gonna
No.
crawl and eat anyone. Cool. Just
No.
checking.
No. It's just a brain. So what would you like to do?
Get this thing back out of here.
So you're just gonna
Yeah,
you're
we'll
gonna head
take
back.
a leg each.
Can I
Yeah.
also break off one of its feet? Or actually,
Thordas,
Yeah.
could you just
and I look at the length of my dagger and just put it against like the claw to try get sort of the similar length to the blade, but the about the length of the claw that's been jabbing into the trees and everything.
Yeah.
could you just break it off from about here to here, so we have a nice sharp, pointed, dagger-sized claw?
Yeah, sure. Thordas would just pretty much just grab the sort of leg and just pretty much just like try and break it off.
Athletics.
I am no longer raging, so but 18.
You snap that off. Not the most cleanest cut because obviously you're just ripping this thing, but it's a good enough cut. You probably
I'll
would
just
need to like get someone
Hold
to
it towards Sebastian.
actually do something with it. But
I take it from you, and I look at all of everyone. I'm just like,
Mi amigos, our first trophy.
Nice.
Here.
Okay. So you're going to take this thing back to there. So let me bring you back. I won't bring the token in. Can't be bothered with that.
do I need the creature's name to put down what type of claw I have in my backpack?
Just put Academy Test Claw.
Spider crab.
I guess it doesn't have a name.
I don't know.
There's no species name because it's
Fair.
gone from whatever it was and become corrupted.
That's the thing, is like a lot of demons spawn just don't. They can't even. It'd be crazy to try and like name everything because it's like there's probably like one of everything. Kind of thing. Like it's just so ridiculous. It's just, it'd be insane to try and manage to
nickname
do
it,
that and catalog them all and everything. So
Spider crap.
You can name it, boy.
You can name it
Rainbow.
if you want to. Yeah, you are. You know, you can do that.
I really do quite like just calling it spider crab. Like that's totally non-existent in this world. So
Spider
But yeah,
crab.
you arrive back
Definitely
at
an
you arrive back at the academy with this, which I assume Thordas is just dragging.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, he's dragging it.
So when you arrive back, because you haven't been gone for that long. You've probably been gone 5 hours. 5 hours? No, 3.
Yeah, no, it makes sense when we
3
started.
hours. Well, yeah, you probably took a while getting back actually. So we'll say about 4 hours, all in all. So you'll be greeted back in, and Cagnar will obviously see you. Go, oh, well done. How did you find your test?
I didn't die.
That's very impressive, I have to say.
I'm very happy about it.
We're
Wow.
entertained.
Easy.
Oh, good.
Didn't even have to hit the thing.
Well, that's the thing with trackers. You don't have to hit something to contribute to its defeat.
Yeah, I really contributed. Oh, good.
Everyone
Agata,
just knows
you
their
are-
unique ways.
Agatha, you were necessary to the team.
Yes.
Hard to be as necessary as bait, though. Huh?
Now. Reardon will call some people over to sort of dispose of the corpse, because they obviously don't need it anymore. So some people will come in to bring like those wooden flatboard things to lift this thing onto it, and it will sort of get carted away. Reardon will approach you all and go, well, congratulations everybody on a job well done. As of right now, you are officially graduated and become trackers. With that, we now need to do the next part, which is get you enrolled in one of the guilds. So if you'd like to follow me into this building, we'll get you sorted. So he'll go into this building. Are you going to follow him?
Yeah.
As
You go first.
as we start heading up, I go up towards Sebastian. Well done for not running, boy. I wasn't sure if you'd have it in you. And then I walk through.
Yeah, I'll clap him on the back. Real proud of you, kid.
I don't understand. I know I am small, but do I seem that unmighty? I was not afraid once. I was completely prepared.
I'm inciting that.
I believe you wholeheartedly, Sebastian. He is brave to stand up and be at the front line.
Yeah, I'll choose to believe him. He had a very brave role.
I rolled low, 12.
I rolled a nat 20 plus 7.
So I'm very much persuaded.
Yeah, you're damn right you are.
Thordas Thordas had a buddy by his side. He didn't think he was cowardly at all.
Yeah, because we.
Cagnar will be sort of showing you in to the building.
As he shows us in, I just look at the studded leather on me at the moment. And I'm just like,
Do we really have to give this back? Can
Unfortunately,
it be a
yes.
going away present? Just
No, we need that for the. Oh, sorry. no, we need to give that to the next folk. Get it cleaned off. So if you can just leave it onto the side, we'll put it back in, get it cleaned.
easy.
You know, I can see a couple of, it's a bit dirty, but that's to be expected. So there'll be a little sort of area here for you to sort of drop off your borrowed equipment. So just take that all off your character sheets.
Drop
And
it
so
off.
you're back.
Agata's probably complaining about the lack of fanfare. No cake. Just more bureaucracy.
Astra can use their Druid channel to make some flowers bloom near us.
Yes.
So how's this for fanfare? And oh, I can make a sensory effect of dancing fairies. There we go.
Oh, and I'm gonna do like
dancing
little.
fairies.
I'm gonna do like. Oh, what can I do?
They have pom poms.
I'm gonna do a shower of sparks around them, so they're dancing to like mini fireworks with prestidigitation.
There you go, Agata.
Agata will pass the flask around.
Take a swig.
Nice. Oh, very,
I
very
will
fancy.
take a good swig.
I will take a pretend swig.
We only have one flask, but we can cheers with our fists. We can do a group fist bump.
Tiny.
Nice.
So the seeds of Crisia.
The seeds of Crisia.
So, as you sort of give all your equipment back, you go through the corridor into a room. And for those who've played like the Pokemon games, this is kind of the same ordeal for when you've beaten the Elite Four and you go to like the Hall of Fame. You know, it's like a sort of empty, minimalistic room. At the end, you've got a console and a screen, essentially. You do see a sort of like a magic circle on the floor, as well as you sort of like in the middle of the room. Cagnar and Riordan sort of stand on either side of the screen. You're all kind of like, you know, whatever. You can't. I won't bother with that. And Cagnar will say, right. You probably may or may not be aware. There are 4 tracker guilds in Crisia. Now that you have passed, you can select one of them to join. To help you decide, we will have them on the screen so you can see some basic information about them. Obviously, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. It's a somewhat important decision. And I will move you to the screen. Hopefully you can see all of that.
This
So-
is nice.
So you've got 4 options. So there's 4 guilds. They're in the corners represented of where they are in Crisia as well. So you've got Golden Glory, which is in North Bran, which is sort of northwest region, which is like the desert region. They are the wealthiest guild in Crisia, holding a sort of a high standard of sort of class and refinement. You know, your fancy, kind of noble-ish people. Due to the involvement in their creation, their members pay half price for the Trackaway. So the Trackaway is basically this realm's version of fast travel. You would unlock it, but you have to visit everywhere first, to a location first to sort of unlock that, but we'll get to that bit later. And you have to pay a gold fee depending on distance. And that can be quite sizable, and it's per person. You know, some of that can be hundreds of gold, depending on how far you're going. But members of Golden Glory pay half that price. They also have their own bank on premises, so you don't necessarily have to deal with a bank in any of the settlements. And each guild also has like a sort of special member, a member that they only have that does like a special function. For Golden Glory, they have what they call a treasurer, and what this person will do, they will essentially invest gold for you. You could leave them a sum of money. They will invest it. That could return a profit, might return a loss. You know, who knows? You might lose it all, you might win big. But they'll let you do that. And their motto is, if you join us, you represent us and our income. Now, in North Valley, which is like a volcanic molten area, you have the Hammer of Thunder. So this one is more of a sort of forge than it is necessarily a guild, and it sort of specializes in crafting all manner of things, basically, to help defend Crisia. Oddly enough, just purely coincidence, it's not like a by design thing. It's just kind of mostly run by dwarves and dragonborn. It's just sort of happened to sort of be that way. Their major thing, though, is they have what's called a Master Smiths. Now, Master Smiths are like smiths that are at the top of their game, for whatever reason. There are only 5 in all of Crisia. That's how like prestigious this is. And the Hammer of Thunder have their own one, basically. That doesn't mean they'll do that things for free. That obviously you'll still have to pay them, but there'll be like a discount. And that Master Smith can sort of repair magic items or even forge you magic items, depending on description as well. And obviously depending on what it is, depend the cost. In South Bron, which is like a cavernous area, you have Ironheart. So this is purely run by metal men. Sort of what they lack in flesh, they sort of make up with sort of analytics. These guys are computational sort of geniuses. Probably only relevant for one of you,
Stereotypical
but
much.
yeah, I know. They can repair and modify metal men and warforged bodies, but that only really benefits one of you. Potentially. They also kind of are willing to offer an unbiased opinion about anything, which can be proved quite helpful, potentially, whether it's RP or otherwise. And their main thing is an investigator, so you can pay this person, so basically their own private eye. You can get this person to investigate anything, generally. Depending on how hard that is, or how sensitive that is, or difficult, that will obviously depend on the price. Oh, sorry, I forgot the Hammer of Thunder's motto. So Hammer of Thunder's motto is work hard and play even harder. And Ironheart's motto is use our mind to defeat their matter. And then we've got in South Valley, which most of you probably know, which is like the foresty area, the Final Circle. So this is basically your typical arcane library kind of thing. So this is more for like it is like a haven for spellcasters. These guys are a bunch of mages, so they do everything sort of magic. They can identify sort of any magic item for you as well. So if you're like a little bit worried about attuning to something because you don't know what it is, that they can identify it for you. Obviously, if you've got the spell, it doesn't matter, but it's potentially another way of saving, you know, if you want to do that. They also sell spell materials, so like, for example, if you have a spell that's got like a really weird material component and you're not really sure where you're going to get it from, these guys will get you that item, that material item. But they can also, and their main person is a scribe, which basically means they can create magic scrolls for you. So rather than like testing your luck to see if you can find a specific scroll, these guys will do it. Obviously, again, they'll charge you for it, but at least it gives you a way of, you know, you can get a magic scroll. Especially with the way D&D rules are now, if you use a scroll, you can still cast a spell in the same turn if it's, you know, if you've got the relevant action economy to do it. And their motto is, the pursuit of knowledge is vital in the pursuit of peace. Now, this is purely leaving the floor to you. Now, I've put your tokens in there, and some of you have realised why I've left your tokens in there. So you can put your token on the one that you want to, kind of what you're thinking of or what you want to go about. But essentially now the floor is up to you guys to debate amongst yourselves which one you're going to join. But again, you've got Cagnar. I mean, Reardon's not really going to know much, I wouldn't bother asking him. But you can ask Cagnar sort of any specific questions you have.
Hrugguhl's going to keep a special eye on Astra regarding whenever things relating to Ironheart come up. He wants to get a gauge of how Astra feels about that.
Amigos, I'm going to say this now. Our mission is to unite all of Crisia and show them that together we can work for the benefit of all. I do not think any of us can go for gold and glory. Personally, they look like a bunch of snobs.
There's an argument to be made for it though, because the more money we have, the more influence we can have, so the more we can bring people together.
Agata,
Half-price
do you
travel
like
is a
anyone
boon.
rich?
It's not got my vote. In character, it's not got my vote. I'm just saying out of character that I think there's a justification for us picking it. I just don't think it's the one we're gonna go for.
Yeah, I think it's purely from Seb's perspective.
I mean, half-price travel is a boon. Like,
It is.
but
Investing
Is
money
it
is
better
nice
than a
as well,
discount
with
on
big money.
items?
well, again, this is the debates as they go around. I agree. We should get enough money that it largely won't matter anyway.
We would hope, but if this is an option to us, that's there for a reason. I feel like, you know.
I see what you mean, but,
But yes,
yeah.
I agree that my reasons for picking the Iron Heart is it seems like it can offer us something that none of the others, that we couldn't get otherwise. If that makes sense.
The information.
More that can repair and modify metal men and warforged bodies, because while we might be able to get Astra repaired in some places, being able to modify and upgrade potentially could be huge. And the investigator thing is-
Upgrade? What are you talking about, upgrade?
Well, I
Name the upgrade.
I just mean, you lose a leg,
It's
it
the
might be.
pinnacle of Warforged perfection.
But wouldn't an arm cannon be cool?
No. The OC, yes. IC, no. But so I guess with what we know, what you guys know of Metal Men, Astra's partially made of wood, which is counter to what Metal Men are anyway. And
Yeah.
well, for what you've seen anyway, traditional healing works on Astra as it would do on anyone else. So aside from
Warforged, right?
but aside from like losing a limb, which is the same risk as anyone else, that's the only benefit would be that we've got a guaranteed place that could restore the limb.
Yes,
the
that
Iron
is
Heart.
not my main reason for
think-
placing my.
I think
my
really
bucket.
the
I have
big
four
selling
very
point
impressive
of
stuff.
Ironheart is Investigator
Yeah.
and find out about
Yeah.
anything you want,
Mhm.
monsters, people, like that could be really juicy. Like really juicy, especially with bounties.
Yeah, that is one that is unique and we can't get otherwise, and something that's a guarantee. It's a sure thing. Whereas we can always make money.
Well, it
we
takes
can always
time,
eventually
right?
afford the Master
It's
Smith, and
we-
we can make
Yeah,
money.
I will add that the investigating
Yeah.
will take. I mean,
Mhm.
it could take months,
Mhm.
right? Depending on how like elusive they are, how far they are. Because remember, that's it. Ironheart's in South Bron. If you're trying to then investigate something in North Valley, like on the other side of the realm, it's going to take time. You may not necessarily have the element of time. This is
Yeah.
It'd be very hard to use it for like an active thing you need in like days. It's probably something that something in the background.
A lot of our contracts, we're going to know the deadlines for them.
You know, like
right?
like how in Crisia, right? You would ask Darius to investigate something for you,
Yeah.
right? That's kind of what I kind of see this more
Mhm.
being useful as. Is like, look into that extra thing sort of
Yeah.
for me, kind of thing. Except
But-
they'll charge you.
In this campaign.
Alfred, tell
especially,
me about this. Go research this while I go fight crime. Cool.
information is really key to a lot of our hunting. I feel like.
I've met many creatures that are smart, that can outsmart me. I've not met a creature that can outsmart a sharp blade. I think getting good equipment will be useful. So
yeah.
I lean towards Hammer and Thunder.
The other thing
Hard
is,
to argue with that.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say.
the other thing is, magic items does not have to be weapons, armor. I may get an instrument, perhaps, but boots, armor, capes, magic items is a lot of different things. It does not necessarily limit us to weapons.
And having one of the 5 Master Smiths
Yeah.
be able to work on it would be the highest honor.
Yeah, I agree. The 2 ones we've got votes on are the 2 that that are viable for us.
Yeah.
If there was more of us magic people, I would say about the Fatal Circle, but I'll be frank. I am the only spellcaster here, I understand. Well, full spellcaster.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, we've got a Druid as well, so we've got 2.
I
full
cast spells.
spellcasters.
Purgle cast
You were
spells.
hiring the
What you-
whippy thing. I just. Do you think that you can benefit from magic scrolls?
I wasn't going to care about scrolls personally, no.
Well, there you go.
I mean, Agata can cast spells, right? As well. Like,
I already know spells. Yeah.
I think every one of you can do the magical doohickey things. I don't know, that mumbo jumbo magic abracadabra stuff.
It's not that great.
But yeah, I think Thordas would definitely be in the park of Hammer
Shiny
Thunder,
thing.
because that's literally the only thing realistically benefiting to him apart from the investigator. There's a lot of things there that can help him out.
I guess the only thing that I bring back to the Final Circle is their motto. They are in the pursuit of peace,
There is no peace against these creatures.
Why
I'm not talking
is,
about the creatures, I am more talking about the state of Crisia itself.
What even is peace at this point? Like, aside from the demon incursion, what we're not at war with people, right?
Yeah, I will like to add, because obviously you would have learnt this in your classes. It's the common belief right now is that the only way to stop what's happening from getting any worse is by defeating Neveros himself. Anything short of that is pretty much not going to cut it, essentially. Because they have no way of stopping demon gates from opening, no matter how much they've tried, and they've tried hard. And like, this is obviously coming from Riordan himself, who's obviously come face to face with Neveros. Like, that's the common belief. Obviously, whether you guys believe that is up to you, but it's what they would have. That's the stance they would have taken in, like, you know, when you were trained. Like, this is kind of what the Tracker's ultimate goal is to basically try and find a way to get to and defeat Neveros.
Is Riordan still
Throw
there?
that up there. He is in the room, yes.
Senor, Riordan, may I ask you a question?
Sure.
In your exploits,
Hmm.
in your great battles,
Hmm.
what do you think helped you most? The items you had, or the knowledge you had?
We didn't really have a lot. We didn't really get a lot of knowledge. We tried. I mean, the problem was, like, we had, like, resources, but most people spent most of their time getting information about their personal lives rather than, you know, obviously we had information about the overlords. That was helpful. That was very helpful, like, understanding who they were, because you probably all don't know this, apart from, you know, Astra is, the regions were segregated. They were, they were closed off, so we didn't really know what we were expecting going in when we moved into a new region. So that information in itself was helpful, but obviously what won us at the end of the day was, you know, our wits, our teamwork, and some magical weapons helped for sure. It really boils down to, like, you know, I would say the most important thing is teamwork.
Gracias. Thank you. I think we can use either of these. Knowledge or weapons. Well, not weapons necessarily, but knowledge or items. Both of these can aid us. There could be a situation where certain items give us knowledge.
Certain knowledge gives us items.
Also true.
I'm kind of happy with either.
I think having a place that's guaranteed to have someone that's capable of looking after and repairing our gear to a high enough level, the standard that we're gonna need to take on demons. I think the Hammer of Thunder is the clear-cut option for us down the line. Because we don't necessarily know where the other Master Smiths are. They could be in some little town around the corner, or they could be just in the middle of nowhere. They could be traveling. So if we break something, we might not be able to get there in time.
Well, Cagnar will butt into that and go, well, in terms of the Master Smiths, there's one in each region, and each one is in one of the settlements. Some of them are in cities, some of them in towns, some, you know, but each region has one. But only one. And obviously this one, in Hammer of Thunder, is obviously very good because of what they can do. The other ones all got their certification because they're able to do something the others can't. They have to prove you're more than just a smith to become a Master Smith. So there are others out there. Obviously the advantage of having one here is it easily, you know where it is, you can get to it at all times. Because you can
And there
just
is a
use
discount.
the track away to get back there from wherever you are.
Just having one available just like that off the bat
Mhm.
instead of us having to explore.
Yeah, getting
Yeah,
the
and
discount.
that's the thing, right? I mean, I will, yeah. So I'll say that like, that's a big thing for this, and that's why it's one of the options, is because having it at level 1. I mean, obviously, you won't be able to afford to make a legendary item off the bat, obviously, but having it at level 1 means you don't have to wait until you run into one. Because it could be like the last place. You might not even visit it for a very long time, because it depends on which settlement you go to. So yeah, having access to one quite straight away is pretty handy. And I know it can obviously repair magic items, but it doesn't mean it can't change your current gear. That's the beauty with Master Smith, is they can alter gear as well. So even like your normal short sword or your bow or whatever, they could alter it to do something else. And we'd obviously discuss that on what that is and how that would work mechanically.
I think Ironheart is good, but it's definitely more oriented towards sort of one person, and then having an investigator would be great, but unless we know what we want to investigate, we probably won't be using it much. But then with a Master Smith,
So,
guaranteed
more
to
use
probably
out of it.
use it.
so if we
Yeah.
if we flip it on its head, the investigator component, like if we look at the perks, the investigator component will be very handy for the once we're not doing bounties aspect of this campaign. We're like, okay, how can we enter a demon gate and get back out again? How what could be a weakness to Navaros or what, and all those malarkeys. Those things would be invaluable to have a guaranteed person that could find them on the back burner without us having to
Same
necessarily.
thing with the bounties, though. Like, information is essential.
Yeah,
to
well,
us
exactly right,
being
but we would have to be on the right bounty to have that extra information, or be at the right place at the right time. Whereas the investigator would take time, but we would be able to do bounties while that information's gathered. So it's like a parallel process. It's like a parallel processing thing. Whereas, so it's the right. It's a 50. It is a 50-50 argument. So yeah, I would say the Ironheart is probably beneficial for the non tracker component, whereas Hammer of Thunder is better for the actually while doing our job.
Can't we change our guild further down the line anyway?
Yeah, so, as you're sort of debating between these two, and this is a common thing, I will add, you technically can change guilds. However, there is a cost attached to it, because they need to be compensated for the time invested in you. You would have to pay, and I've got it written down somewhere.
Like a year's wages. I think it's 50 weeks.
I think it was a year's wage. Yeah, 52 times their weekly income, and your weekly income is based on your rank. Which so basically the way they've done it, they've structured it is the higher rank you are, the more valuable you are to lose, which means you've got to pay them more. So you'll probably find, like, at the early days, you can probably get away with it. Depends on how much money you bring in, right? Because I'll tell you this at the very least, because your weekly income for being rank 20, which is what you're going to be, is 10 gold. So that's 520 gold.
Is that
I think
per
each
person?
I think it was per person. No, for the team. So 520 gold. But that's only if you stay at rank 20. It goes to 20 gold just going to rank 19. So it you know, I mean, the top one is 2,400. It will increase rapidly. Which is obviously good for you because you get money, but obviously, yeah. I think I did bake in though that I think you can change once. Yeah, the part I'm gonna basically because it's a hard question to give you straight off the bat. I am willing to get you to change your guild once for free before you hit level 3. If you do join one, you'd be like, you know what, it's not. I don't want to force you, because it's not fun as players, right, to be forced into a guild for the entire campaign that you don't like. So I'm giving you until level 3 to change it.
Yeah.
So you've
it'll
got
be
about
good to know the people, I
2 or
think.
3 bounties, I think, roughly, before you basically, you know. And basically, when you hit level 3, I will ask you then, is this where you want to stay?
I'm happy with Hammer of Thunder if that's where the consensus was. Ironheart's more of an emotional and personal investment, but I understand that Hammer of Thunder is the pragmatic choice.
You will see Astra be visibly relieved to not be with Ironheart.
I see. Reaction to this.
Sebastian will look at Ironheart for a little bit, just be like, it would have been nice to go home.
But not
One
to
day.
bring comfort to our new friend.
I will also add, actually, the Hammer of Thunder's guild hall is located at the bottom of Broadbent Volcano.
Hey.
So for one of
Hi-ho.
you, you'll be very close to home as well. Okay,
Unanimous.
so it sounds like you've picked Hammer of Thunder.
We go for the Hammer of Thunder. The
Excellent
seeds
choice.
of Crisia go to the hammer.
Oh, that's a good name. You have to tell them, obviously, but good name. So when
Yes.
you're ready, step on the teleportation circle, and you'll be teleported straight to the guild.
Oh shit.
I don't know, did anyone want to say goodbye? To anyone here?
You've got to the end of the day. It's about 4 o'clock. You've got until the end of the day. We'll
Yeah.
have someone. We're not going to stay here all day, obviously. I'll get someone in to stay here, wait for you.
I mean, I am packed. I am good. I said goodbye to anyone I needed to say goodbye to, which was pretty much no one.
I'd
Okay.
appreciate it a little longer on the grounds.
I
That's
could
okay
do-
with you guys.
I can do 1 or 2 more things.
Okay.
Aaron's
Or
surrounded
can
by
have to wait
concessions.
for everyone to finish up their thing.
What are you planning on actually? What are you planning on doing?
I
Do we need
wanna
to
talk
RP?
Reed
Do we need to
and-
RP through, or no?
I would like
Okay.
I would like to do that between sessions if that's okay.
Okay,
He won't
fine.
let me talk to him again.
Who?
Reed.
Depends what you're asking him about. If you're going to ask him about overthrowers, he's not gonna go for it.
What if I'm really convincing?
Depends how you say it.
We'll talk.
Okay.
Astra is
man.
more
Please
shenanigans, I must admit.
Please enlist the persuasive one. I've got a +7, dude. Just tell me what you want to know.
Okay.
I can work on this.
We'll talk.
Hrugguhl, is there anything you wanted to do before you turn
No.
away?
Hrugguhl's just gonna happy sit there carving while waiting.
Fantastic. So, you'll all stand on the circle, and in a flash of light, you teleport away. Next time on Tracas of Crisia, what's Hammer of Thunder like? Are they going to like it? Are they going to like them? Who knows? Are they going to change? We'll find out next time on Tracas of Crisia.